So today we'll be discussing the actually loaded columns. Let me just share this. So what is actually loaded column? Actually, uh, let's talk about first the different types of columns. No, before we proceed with this actually loaded columns. No, so we have different types of columns. We have plain concrete. So maybe use only if the height does not exceed 3 times at least the lateral dimension. For example, you have here a certain column, okay, and then if this height does not exceed 3 times the lateral dimension, this is your lateral dimension, whichever higher dito. Okay, so if H is less than 3 times ng L, okay, so that could be considered as a plain concrete. You don't have to put any reinforcement. Longitudinal bars, di mo na rin kailangan maglagay ng lateral ties, no? So usually, kinatawag siya na pedestal. Okay, so concrete pedestal. You don't necessarily need to put any reinforcement. Okay, we also have tied column. So this is already the reinforced column. So earlier, so that is plain concrete. Now this one is a reinforced column. So we have a tied column in which the longitudinal bars are placed with a series of ties. So this is your longitudinal bars. Okay? And then you have a series of ties. Kumbaga, stirrups yung katumbas niya, class, doon sa ating reinforced concrete beam. So we have different ways to put the lateral ties. So we have these closed ties. We also have here a ties doon sa mga interior na longitudinal bars. But we can also create a tie column na circular. Okay? Circular. So yung ties nila is also circular ties. Ano, no? Okay, so a tied column composed of series of ties. Kaya tied column. On the other hand, we also have spiral columns. A column in which the longitudinal bars and concrete core are wrapped with closely spaced helix or spirals. So kanina, class, yung ties ay close hoop lang siya. Ngayon, ang spiral is actually continuous. Yan. Continuous yung ating or spirals, no? With spaced or space helix. So, all spiral column must be a circle, no? Circular column. But not all circular column are spiral. Kasi yung circular column, pwede siyang tied column. Okay, take note of that, class, kasi once we solve problems, okay, so once you design a circular column, it doesn't mean na you have to design it as a spiral unless stated, no? So, again, a circular column is not always a spiral, but a spiral column is always a circular column. Okay, I hope na nakuha niyo yung class. Walang ibang shape ang spiral kundi circular. Okay, so for this lecture, we're going to solve yung spacing ng ating spiral or what we call pitch, and also the spacing of the lateral reinforcement or ties. In general, the ties and spiral column are called lateral ties. Or lateral reinforcement rather, no? Lateral reinforcement. Okay, so they are called in general, no? Yung ties and spiral are lateral reinforcement. So, again, so for this topic, we're going to solve the longitudinal reinforcement and the spacing of this transverse or lateral reinforcement. So we also have composite columns, but we are not going to discuss composite columns here in reinforced concrete. So this topic is actually will be discussed on the steel design. No? They discuss din siya class steel design. So because this is a combination of reinforced concrete column and steel members. So minsan nasa loob siya. Usually talaga nasa loob siya, tapos papalibutan mo siya ng concrete sa labas para hindi rin mangalawang, no? Para hindi siya ma-expose doon sa environment. Okay, of course, this is stronger, no, than steel alone and than concrete alone. So yun yung composite columns. But how do we design reinforced concrete columns? On the design of columns, the capacity must be greater than to your factored axial force. Okay, it should be greater than to the factored axial force. So we're done with this. Yan. Ito rin, a design of beam flexure. We're done with this design of shear reinforcement. Ito naman, torsion reinforcement. So ito na lang yung kulang natin, class. Okay, for the design strength, so the capacity must be greater than the factored loads PU. So we know how to calculate the PU from your frame analysis, from your structural analysis. You can identify the actual load acting, actual load, no? Actual load acting on your column. Let's say you have a frame, portal, no? So that is simply supported or fixed. Basta ang goal mo makuha as you cut this section or reaction at the support. Okay, at the reaction at the support, you have here an axial force acting here. Okay, even let's say we have a two-story structure, no? Which you will do this on your plate, no? You are going to analyze. You are going to cut this portion and then expose yung internal forces acting on the endpoints of that column. Okay, so axial forces, kasi yun yung kailangan natin i-design. Actually, beam also experience column also experience bending and shear. Okay, but for now, we are only considering for the design, no, we are going to consider the axial force lang. Ibig sabihin, walang bending moment. Or, we treat the column as a simply supported. Okay, kasi kapag fix yan, guys, tulad nito, no, continuous yung buhos. Usually kasi, no, pag gagawa ng structure, ang buhos ng beam ay sabay doon sa column. So they are monolithic. Therefore, the connection is considered as a fixed support. So therefore, there will be a moment between the framing, between the connection of your frame, column, and beams. So saan lang meron talagang actually loaded column? Yung mga simply supported. Yung mga simply supported beam. Okay, pag nag-transfer kasi yan, di ba? Ang simple supported beam, pag nag-transfer yan ng load, okay, it is treated as a column. So yung reaction dito, class, is actual force lang doon sa ating column. So ano yung mga structure na yon? Na may column ka, tapos pinapatong lang yung mga beam. Okay? So what do you think? Yung mga ganong structures, guys? Do you have any idea? Kung ano yung ganong structure, yung ipapatong lang yung mga beam doon sa mga naka-ready na column. They are not monolithic, ha? Nakaabang na yung column. So, what do you think, class? Anong type ng structure yun? Skyway kasi, yung mga skyway na yun, class, yung mga beams dyan is pre-fabricated. Dadali niyan dyan, buo na. So, ibig sabihin, hindi siya monolithic. May nakaabang na lang na bakal dyan. Okay? Tapos yung butas nito, hindi siya ito yung butas ng beam mo na pagpapasukan ng bakal, no, may konting gap yun. No, hindi saktong-sakto yung hole doon sa rebar na papasukan, may mga nakaabang na rebar dito. Therefore, it has a tendency to move horizontally. No, so may allowance siya to move horizontally. And that is a simply supported. Okay, so kaya yung mata-transfer doon sa mga column class, yung mga column na dinesign sa mga skyway na yan, sa mga bridges also, no? Bridge, simply supported din yung class. Ano pa ba? Yung mga LRT, yan, yung mga train tracks. So, yung mga elevated train tracks, simply supported din yung mga beams nun. So, yung mga column nun class only resist axial force. So, yung mga column nun, magkabilaan yun actually, di ba? Okay, mga column nun, may papatong dito na beam, beam dyan sa kabila. So, they only resist axial load or the load is directly acting, okay, on your column. Okay. Actually loaded column. Yung mga ganun class. But, if you are going to analyze structural frame, analyze ka ng bahay, moment resisting frame, so there will be a moment doon sa mga end columns natin. Okay, so that will be discussed doon sa mga susunod pa nating meeting. Okay, so you already know, no? The difference of what is actually loaded columns. Kasi we also have eccentrically loaded columns. Yun ay may moments. Okay? So, now, how do we design? Okay? How do we design that capacity? Diba? The capacity of the actually loaded column, okay, must be multiplied to the reduction factor. So, what is the reduction factor for purely axial column? Purely axial, wala pa tayong bending moment. So, for the purely axial column, of course, for spiral column, so that is 0.75. And then, for tide column, itong other refers to the tide column. Okay, so lista lang natin. So, for VPN, okay. So, the value of P, at least, gawa tayo ng list, guys, for tide column and for spiral. Okay. For the reduction factor, okay, for the tide column is 0.65. Now, for spiral, 0.75. Actually, this table was already presented, okay, during the discussion of the beam. Kasi ito rin yung ating ano nun, di ba? Reduction factor. Okay, so di ba may have compression control section for beam, tension, transition, tension. Kasi beam is subjected to moments, no? So dahil sa moment na yun, nag-iiba-iba yung strain ng ating reinforcement. However, for purely axial, yung strain mo dun sa reinforcement, yung mga bakal mo, is actually is being compressed. So they're purely compressed. That's why your strain, okay, tensile net strain is less than to the yielding but in compression. Okay, so basta pag purely axial lang ang usapan natin class, the reduction factor is 0.75 and 0.65 for tide. Okay, so how about the PN? How do we calculate the PN? Kasi for the capacity is VPN, no? So next page tayo class. For PN, so magkakaiba ulit yan, okay? For the maximum axial strength or the PN, actually, we have varying PN, the actual capacity, but the maximum actual capacity, so we want to design it. We want to maximize its capacity. Okay, so for the maximum actual capacity, it depends. No, for ties, that is 0.8 of PO. For spiral column, 0.85 of PO. So ito, wag niyo na itong intindihin mo na kasi this is for pre-stress. Okay, and this is for composite steel. Okay, so we have 0.8 and 0.85. 0.8 sa ties, 0.85 sa spiral. Lista ulit natin siya dito. 0.8 of PO sa tide. This one is 0.85 of PO. Okay, doon sa spiral. But what is PO? What do we mean by PO? Okay, PO is actually equal to, ito po. Ayan. So, for both ties and spiral, isa lang ang magiging value natin ng PO. Okay, so PO is actually equal to 0.85. Both na yan, guys, no? So 0.85 of FC prime, area ng gross, minus area of spill, plus ASFY. That is the value of PO. So how did NSEP came up with this formula? Now, let's check. Kasi this is actual capacity, no? Okay, since this is purely actual, so therefore, the resisting forces will be on the entire area of your concrete. Okay, this one, no? It will be resisted by the entire area of your concrete. Now, if this is subjected with the axial force, so the cross-sectional area will resist. So ano yung magre-resist dyan? Yung pure area neto, guys. Yan, yung buong area niyan yung magre-resist. So paano ba yung force given by this area? Diba that is stress times the area? You know how to do this, no? From the analysis of singly reinforced and doubly. No, stress times the area. So what is the stress being experienced by the concrete? Diba? We have to have a uniform stress. Okay, that is 0.85 FC prime. Okay, so 0.85 FC prime times, ano ba yung area nito? Area ng gross. Okay, so from beam, that is 0.85 FC prime BWD, di ba? Dito, we use area ng gross. Eh sir, bakit minusan ng ASP? Because that is to account. Kasi may butas yan eh, di ba? Dahil sa mga steel, area ng steel. Hindi naman talaga buong area ng concrete to eh. Okay, may bawas na yung concrete natin because of the area of the steel reinforcement. So you have to reduce it by the area of steel. Area ng gross minus area of steel. You know. Kaya yung total force given by the concrete is 0.85 FC prime, area ng gross minus area of steel. Then, since yung force aside from the concrete, magre-resist din class yung area of the steel. May binibigay din forces yung mga steel. Ayan. Okay? But how do we solve the force given by the steel? Diba AS, Fy? So we assume that this is already yielding. Yielding in compression. Okay? So yielding sila in terms of compression. Okay, so AS, Fy. So that's how we get the capacity PO. Okay, parang ito class yung 100% capacity. But for the safety purposes, kasi when there is an eccentricity, okay, halimbawa, yung ating force, halimbawa, 100 kilonewton yung na-count natin. But that one, halimbawa, nandito yung 100 kilonewton. But that 100 kilonewton is not actually directly acting on the centroid of your cross-sectional area. So therefore, that 100 kilonewton is more than that, no? Hindi talaga siya 100 kilonewton. Kasi kapag nilipat mo yan doon sa centroid, for us to have a uniform stresses kasi, 'di ba, dapat yung force mo is acting to the centroid. Now, therefore, kung ililipat natin yan dito, you have to multiply it or magkakaroon ng eccentricity. So there will be a small moment acting. Now, to account that moment, to account that eccentricity, ang gagawin natin, we assume that the capacity is smaller than the actual 100% capacity. So you multiply, okay, your 100%, this is actually the 100% capacity of your actually loaded column. You multiply it with some safety, okay, multiplier. So 0.8 for tide, 0.85 for spirals. So imagine, no? So 20% yung nabawas sa tide column. And for spiral is 15% only. So it means that the spiral column or spiral column is much safer than the tide column. Bakit? Okay, much safer ang spiral sa tide. Kasi ang tide column class, Usually that is a rectangle. So once it is subjected here with a moment, so iba yung bending niya kasi we actually analyzed the column with the x and y axis. Na pag nag-act siya dito, class, okay. So ang bending niya is not doon sa axis na yun, sa main axis. So, dinesign mo kasi siya about that axis lang. Later on, we will understand, no? Or doon sa mga susunod natin na i-consider na natin kasi yung bending sa x at saka bending sa y. Dahil may moment na tayo. So, however, if you're going to compare that, kasi pag nakatingin dito yung force, iba yung nakikita niya, no? If you're going to compare that to the spiral reinforcement, so kahit saan nakatingin yung force mo, parehas yung nakikita niyang bending. Parehas yung axis niyan, class. Same axis. So, that's why spiral column is much safer than the tie column. However, yung constructability niya, mas mahirap. Imagine mo, spiral, class. Continuous yun, ha? Okay, so dapat makagawa ka ng spiral na yun at ipapasok mo siya. Isasalpak mo siya doon sa column mo. Okay, kaya gagamit ka ng mga tower cranes, no? Kasi ginagawa yung mga spiral na yun, class, sa tabi ng site, no? And then, tsaka pagkabuo na siya, isang buo na siya, tsaka mo siya ipapasok doon sa mga longitudinal bars mo na naka-ready na. Okay, so kaya sa mga bahay, usually, hindi ginagamit yung spiral kasi mahirap nga siya i-construct. Okay, so mostly ginagamit lang siya ng mga infrastructure. Especially pagka long columns na, mga matataas na columns. Napapansin nyo, okay, puro sila mga circular and that circular is not tied. Spiral siya. Okay, spiral column. Yeah, that's the difference, no, between tied and spiral and how to get those capacity, phi Pn. Okay, you have to get first the reduction factor, Pn. They are different doon kung tied or spiral. But for the calculation of PO, same lang sila, class. Okay, the compression force given by the concrete plus the steel. Para hindi kayo mahirapan mag-memorize. Force ng concrete plus force ng steel. Okay. And then we also have provisions for the reinforcement naman. Okay, for the for the spiral reinforcement and tie reinforcement. For the longitudinal reinforcement, okay. So the area of longitudinal reinforcement shall be at least 0.01 area of gross and shall not exceed 0.06 area of gross. Hindi siya pwedeng lumampas. Bumaba dito and tumaas dito. Okay. So AS, no? AS shall be in between. Okay. Greater than siya, 0.01 area ng gross. Okay. And then greater than siya, but pwede nasa gitna. Okay, sakto. 0.06 area ng gross. So ano ba tong 0.01 and 0.06? Well, actually, if we will try to derive that, halimbawa, ito, 0.01 Ag is equal to AST. We will try to solve this. 0.01 is equal to AS over AG. Familiar ba yung formula? Nung nag-analyze tayo ng beam. AS, area ng steel, over area ng concrete. Does it look familiar, guys? Okay. So, anong tawag natin dito nung nag-analyze tayo ng beam? So, call this steel ratio. Okay. Steel ratio to ng beam. Pero ngayon, dahil sa steel ratio kasi cholesterol is equal to AS over BD. Hindi gross area to eh. Dito kasi we consider the gross area. We don't have to remove the concrete cover, the diameter of the stirrups, diameter of bar over 2. So, ito yung sa beam. But, itong mga values na to ranges from 0.01 to 0.06. We call that ρg. Steel ratio in gross. Okay. ρg ang tawag natin dito. So, dapat yung steel ratio, gross steel ratio, should be greater than 0.01 but less than 0.06. Pag nag-design tayo, we have to check that. Okay? For non-priestess columns, okay, and for priestess column with average, for non-priestess na lang, intindihin natin. The minimum number of longitudinal bars. So we have minimum, no? Kung sa beam, we have 2 minimum number of bars. So if your answer, let's say, di ba sa beam, if your answer is 0.9, you should round up this to the minimum of 2 bars because the beam the NSCP requires at least 2 top and bottom. How about for the longitudinal reinforcement? This is for the column. Okay, so for column with within the triangular ties, kapag ka-triangle yung column mo, tapos, of course, yung ties mo na is triangular. So that should be a minimum of 3. Okay, if you'll be using a triangular column, or if you are using triangular ties, pwede kasing ganito, no? Bawa, ito yung, naka-rectangle ka. Tapos, gusto mong, tapos, gumamit ka ng, maglagay ka dito ng bakal. Na ganito ka ng ties. Tapos maglagay ka pa ng triangular ties. So at least sabi doon sa triangular ties, may 3. Okay? Minimum of 3. Pwede mo tanggalin to. Wala na yan. Ito na lang 3. Basta as long as you create triangular ties or triangular column, the minimum number of longitudinal bars inside that ties is 3. Okay, next, for within rectangular or circular ties. Ties pa lang ang pinag-uusapan natin, ha? So, 4 daw. Kasi, pag rectangular yan, class, of course, yung ties mo ay rectangle din. So, dapat kada corner ng ating ties ay may longitudinal reinforcement. And for circular ties, again, di ba nga yung circular column can be a tied or spiral. Now, for circular ties, 4. Okay. Pero pag spiral, di ba circular din yan? Pag spiral, 6. Okay? So I hope clear yun guys ha. Pagka circular ties, 4. Pagka spiral, you don't have to mention na circular spiral yan ha. Pag spiral column, okay, that should be 6. Minimum of 6 reinforcement. We now know the minimum number of bars. I think this provision, balikan na lang natin, this is for spacing naman, no? Ng mga ties at saka spirals. The required spacing. Now, let's try to solve this problem number 1. Okay, let's solve the number of longitudinal bars and the required spacing, okay, of the lateral ties. Kasi we are going to design a square tied column to support an axial dead load of 5,000 kilonewton and an axial live load of 7,000 kilonewtons. Assume of 2% longitudinal steel is desired. We have the FC prime of 42 megapascal and FY of 415 megapascal. Concrete cover is 50 and the bar diameter is 32. Design also the necessary 10 millimeter lateral ties using non-seismic criteria. Pagka we consider seismic criteria kasi class may horizontal force na yun eh. Okay, so for this, we don't consider yet the seismic criteria. Okay, so we will consider that if may mga lateral force na tayo. Okay, first is you have to compute the design loads. So given kasi sa atin is the dead load and the live load. So for the computation of the design load, the PU, I have to solve the PU. Okay, so PU, diba, if you have dead load and live load, let's combine this. Actually, we have another load combination, 1.4 of dead load alone, but the answer there is less than, because if we're going to compare that, technically, you have to compare all the load combination. But mostly, ang nag-govern is the 1.2 dead load plus 1.6 of the live load. Kasi if you are going to solve this 1.4 dead load, okay, unless wala kang live load, no? So if you don't have any live load acting, pero in reality naman, lagi may live load. Diba? 1.4 dead load. But no, if ever na nag-a-act lang yung dead load, so ito yung magko-convert. So 1.4 dead load is 7,000. However, if you're going to use the second load combination from NSEP, 1.2 dead load plus 1.6 of live load. So that is 7,000. Ayan, 17,200. So this will always convert. So kilonewtons. Now, for the design, we just have to equate this to the capacity of your section. So the capacity is phi Pn. So ano nga yung reduction factor class for tide column? What is the reduction factor? So the reduction factor is magkaiba yung reduction factor class for tide and spiral. So okay, so the reduction factor for tide is 0.65. So, ibig sabihin, malaki yung nawawala doon sa ating PN. Kaya dito, malaki na yung nawala, 0.8 eh. Tapos, binawasan mo pa ulit. Diba? Ng ilan? 35%. Dito, nabawasan ka ng 20%, binawasan pa ng 35%. Okay? So, now, next. Yeah, no, we just equate this to the reduction factor 0.65 times PN. PN for tide is, tide column ang sinusolve natin, is what? 0.8 of PO. Then PO is equal to what? 0.85 FC prime, area ng gross, minus area of your steel, plus area of steel FY. You multiply this all to 0.8 and 0.65. Okay? So we have to, ayan na klase, magiging equation natin, and reduction factor is 0.65. Okay? So let's check. So we are going to design the area of the gross kasi it is not yet given, but we know that this is a square. So the dimension is x by x. Ba? So x, let's say x by x. So let's say x is unknown. We want to identify the dimension of this column. However, the area of steel is also unknown. It is not mentioned on the problem, the area of the steel. So therefore, dalawa yung unknowns natin dito, class, for just one equation. We need another equation, no, to solve two unknowns. So how do we get, but ito muna solve natin H. But how do we get this AST? Okay, in terms of AG, no, earlier we discussed that there is called steel ratio, gross steel ratio. And binigay yan dito, class. Assume that 2% longitudinal steel is required. 2% yung steel ratio natin. So, Rog, gross steel ratio is 0.02 and that is equal to AS over AG, di ba? Okay, AS over AG. Now, we just solved AS in terms of AG. So, that's why we have AST is 0.02 area of your gross. Okay, so we will just substitute that to our equation. Okay, and the unknown is the area of the gross. So we substitute 17,200, but we convert this to newtons. Because take note that this equation is from NSCP, and if that is a force, it will give an answer of Newton. Okay? So let's substitute. So we have the reduction factor of 0.65 times 0.8. You have to multiply all of this kasi usually nagkakamali yung students. Ito lang ang namumultiply. Yan. So make sure. No, ang technique siguro pwede, pero kasi kailangan niya dito mag-shift solve, no? So dapat itong lahat naka-multiply sa 0.8 and 0.65. Okay, so multiply. So 0.85 ng FC prime. Area ng gross, which is unknown. Area of steel, which is 0.02. Area of gross plus AS, okay, FY. AS natin times the FY, yielding stress of the longitudinal bars, because if ever that we have here FYT, which is the yielding stress of the transverse reinforcement. Okay, so baka malito kayo Pero we're designing the longitudinal bars, so therefore you use the yielding stress FY. Okay, upon solving, okay, if you are going to solve the area ng gross, you can solve this value. That is the area. Okay, but we want a dimension of this column. Okay, for the dimension of the column, so we just have to take the square root of this kasi square column to. So, take the square root. Anong square root neto, guys? So, the answer here is, okay, si square column na, square root mo lang yung area. 874.155. However, of course, ayaw naman ng mga construction, ng contractor na ganyan yung ibibigay mo for your for as the design, no? So you have to round this. Okay, so what do you think is the safest? Round up or round down? Okay. So actually, yes, initially you have to round up this. But it is also safe naman to round down. Later I'll explain ko sa inyo na okay lang naman mag-round down. Okay lang mag-round up. Kasi you just design the cross-section. Okay. We round up first. Okay, we round up. So ano yung round up natin dito usapan? So we usually see yung columns no na yung beams na ang dimension by 25 mm. So ganun din class ang gagawin natin dito. So by 25 mm ang dimension. So 874 by divisible, it should be divisible by 25. So what is your answer? If that will be divisible by 25 na round up, correct? No, that is 875 millimeters. Okay? Now, next step is to solve the area of the steel. So that's the first thing to do. Okay? Area ng gross, and then next is the area of the steel. Now, for the area of the steel, sir, when we use this formula, okay, hindi na po. That is just the initial value na sinubstitute mo dito. Dahil nag-round up ka, guys. Nag-round up ka. Kasi 'di ba? Okay. This is your area na steel ratio, AS over AG. So, ni-round up mo to, guys. Kung i-fix mo pa rin tong 2%, tumaas to. So, ang mangyayari dito, class, bababa siya. And that might not be safe. Okay? So, ngayon, pagka tinaasan mo siya, dapat, pag magsusolve ka naman ng AS ulit, it should be based, okay, pag may dimension ka na, para safe yung AS mo, it should not be based on the steel ratio. Okay? So, ito, kinumpute natin to based dito sa force. Ganon din natin, class, isosolve. C, area ng steel, based dito ulit. So, we're just going to use again this formula using the solve AG. Hindi ito. Hindi ito ang AG na gagamitin mo because you round up. Ang gagamitin mong AG is 875 times 875. Okay? Yun yung gagamitin nating area of the gross. Sasalpak lang natin siya dito and then solve the AS naman. Okay? Because this is just the initial steel ratio. So actually that is the rule of thumb. No? So pag nagde-design tayo ng column, the rule of thumb is the 2% steel ratio. That is the best steel ratio that can be used. It is not by the book actually, pero mostly, no, 2% gives the most economical sections. So tama lang yung bilang ng bakal, tama yung cross-sectional area. Yun yung parang, from some research, it gives the most economical section, the 2% steel ratio. Kasi di ba it ranges from 1% to 6%. So 2% will give the most economical. Kasi pag ginamit mo class yung 1% steel ratio. 1% steel ratio na Roji. Ang liit ng AS, ang laki ng gross. Pag ginamit mo yung 6% naman na steel ratio, ang daming bakal. Tapos onti yung area. Okay. So that yung 2% actually gives the most economical section. So Pang-initial lang yan, class, initialize to get the area of the gross. Then afterwards, hindi mo gagamitin yan to solve the AS, ha? Hindi mo gagamitin to. May area of gross ka na, sir, eh. Yan. So, can I still use 0.02? Kung ang gagamitin mo ay ito. Eh, hindi nga pwede, nag-round up ka eh. Okay. You can still use 0.02 para ma-satisfy yung load na to kasi ang ginamit mo sa load na to is the AS tsaka yung 0.02 para makuha yung area ng gross na ito. However, ang ginamit kasi natin na area, ang magiging area ng gross na natin, class, is the rounded value. There will be a change, magiging iba yung area ng gross, and still ratio will differ. Babago yung still ratio pag nag-round up ka nito. Okay, let's try to do that. Now, we are going to use again this equation and then solve the AS. Okay? So, solve natin ulit, class. Let's use again the formula, but now we are going to solve the using 875 by 875. We are now going to solve the number of the bars or reinforcement. Okay? So let's try to solve this. Substituting the area of gross, 875 by 875, not the 76. Hindi nyo kailangan store to. Okay? So let's substitute. Ito pa rin yung formula natin. We're actually loaded tied column. 0.65 ang reduction factor. Let's substitute. And then we still use the same loads kasi we just want to satisfy this load. The capacity must be equal to the applied load. Okay, so let's substitute 0.65 times 0.8 times 0.85 FC prime. Area ng gross natin ngayon is 875 squared minus area ng steel, okay, which is unknown, plus AS Fy. Okay, we put times 10 raised to 3 here para maging Newton so that the both side of the equation ay naka-Newtons. Okay, so what will be the answer here? Okay, so for the AS, so the answer is equal to, ayan. Okay, so next thing to do, of course, you now calculate the number of bars. So from the problem, so we are going to use the diameter of bar. Now, this is still the same how you compute the number of bars. No? Okay, so we still use, we are going to use here 32 millimeter diameter of your main bar. So you just divide the area of the steel by 32 squared pi over 4. So how many bars are required? Again, the minimum number of bars. This is a rectangular, no, 4. No, if your answer is 2 point something, you round up to 4. No, if your answer is 1 point something, you round up to 4. Round up, no, for sake, round up lagi tayo pag number of bars. So answer mo is 18.83. So what's your answer? Okay. What should be the answer? Mali ang 19. Yes, 20. 20. 20? Bakit 20, sir? Okay, so ganito, class. Square column kasi to. Okay? So unless circular column siya. Square kasi to. Unless that is as circular. Kasi you can evenly distribute the 19 pieces. It should be evenly distributed kasi. Okay, the longitudinal bars should be evenly distributed. Yung 19 kasi, class, you can evenly or equally distribute that. Okay? So ganito kasi yan, class. Equal bars kasi square to eh. It should have an equal bars per face. So once you design a square column, should have equal bars. Kasi pag hindi equal yan, magiging weak siya sa other axis. Okay? So, kawawa naman yung side na yon, no? So, ganito, class, para malaman mo kung ilang bakal, you just put first, okay, 4 pieces of bars doon sa ating corners. Then after that, so, bawa yung 19 mo, minus 4, okay. E di 15 yan. Is that divisible by 4? Kasi ihatiin mo sa 4 eh, no? Is that divisible by 4? Hindi. Kaya, tinaas mo ng 20. Minus 4, okay, 16. Yung 16, i-divide natin yung ng 4. So, 4 ang answer. So, may natitirang taga-4 pa na ilalagay kada face. Okay, maglagay dyan ng 4. Lagay ng 4. 4, 4. So, we have a total of 20 rebars. Okay? 20 rebars. Kaya hindi 90 ang sagot. Okay? So, 20 rebars equal bars per face. If that is a square column, no? Now, what are the checks that we have to do here? Kasi di ba sa beams, we check the cross-section for the design of stirrups, no? And then the serviceability check. What else? Even so shear, no, we have to check the cross-section dimension. If that is fit, the reinforcement will fit. Serviceability, we have to check if the actual deflection will not exceed to the allowable deflection. Now, we also have design checks here. So what are those? So one of the most common design checks, no, if this is just an actually loaded, pagdating kasi sa eccentrical loaded column, so we have a lot of checks there. But for now, ito lang muna ang gagamitin natin. For the design checks, di ba, as per the NCP, the steel ratio must be greater than 0.01 but less than 0.06. We have to confirm it kasi we made some revisions eh. We round up your dimension, you round up the number of bars. Okay, so you have to check this. Okay, so AS over AG. Your AS is not this one kasi you round up eh. So you have to calculate the new AS. Your AG is 875 by 875. Okay, just substitute. You have 20 square, 20 pieces of bar, 32 square pi over 4 over 875. So your answer is, okay, steel ratio, and it should be greater than 0.01 but less than 0.06. Your steel ratio is 0.021 and it is safe naman, guys. What if hindi natin to na-satisfy? Halimbawa, less than siya sa 0.01 or greater than siya to 0.06. If the design checks fail, make some revision on the size of the column. Make some revision, no, hindi stated na you round up your column, you round down your column. Because it depends, no, doon sa lumabas na steel ratio. Halimbawa, ang lumabas na steel ratio ay 0.009. Ang minimum 0.01. Okay? So, saan tayo? Anong size ng column ang gagawin natin? Okay, di ba kanina ang 875 sinagot natin? Siguro, ngayon, kung 875 yan, tapos ang lumabas na steel ratio ay 0.09 by 25 ang ating pag-change. So, ano kaya yung magiging dapat na dimension natin para masatisfy later yung magiging greater din siya dito? Sa tingin nyo, class? So, anong revision ang gagawin natin sa column para tumaas yung ating steel ratio? Okay? Para tumaas yung steel ratio. Anong revision ang gagawin? Doon ka po class sa cross-section. Okay. Actually, ito kasi mga actually loaded column class. Mostly, ang involved lang dito civil engineers. Yan, civil engineers. Okay? Si the architect, so, sa architect kasi yung sa mga bahay. But mostly for the sizes of the columns, especially this is infra. So, engineers talaga ang dito involved. So, kaya ngayon, kahit anong control yung gamin mo sa sa size ng columns mo. So, you are free. No? Si mostly engineers yung gumagawa. Okay. Liliitan. Liitan mo, guys. Kasi pag niliitan mo, yung dimension ng column, ibabangga mo ulit yan dito. Ibabangga mo dito yan. Okay. In 850 mo siya, yun pa rin yung load mo. Okay. 850 squared. Ang lalabas na area ng steel, magre-require na mas marami. Diba? Lumiit yung dimension mo eh. Dadami ngayon yung steel. Okay? Dadami yung steel. So, lumiit yung area ng gross. Lalaki ngayon si AS. Okay. Kasi babangga mo ulit siya dito eh. So, yan yung gagawin yung class, no? If the design checks fail. Now, if your answer of steel ratio is 0.07, nag-exceed siya 0.06 upon checking. Now, what you are going to do is to decrease naman yung dimension. So, rather increase pala. You have to increase. No, initially, that you have 875, you make it 900. Kasi pag binangga mo dito yung 900, yun pa rin yung PU, malakas na yung binibigay na force mo ng 900, liliitan mo na lang yung AS. Kasi 'di ba yung dalawa nga yung nagbibigay ng force diyan, force ng concrete at force ng steel. Kung malakas na yung force ng concrete kasi malaki yung area, liitan mo na lang yung steel. Liliit na yan. So yung AS mo diyan liliit, maliit yung AS, malaki yung gross, mapapababa natin to. Okay? So yan. That's so kaya wala tayo dito nilagay class kung paano gagawin. You have to increase ba? You have to decrease. Kasi sa ano, di ba, sa shear reinforcement, pag nag-fail, pag yung VU, yung shortcut natin, if your VU is greater than 5 VVC, so galing yun siya sa 2/3, no, ng BW, square FC prime BWD, itong 5 VVC, ito yung derived. So, di ba doon, pagka greater than to dito, so ang solution is just to increase the beam dimension. That's it. No? Pag niliitan pa kasi lalong mag-fail yun eh. Yun lang. Pero dito class, you have a choice. You will increase it or depende doon sa kakalabasan. Okay. So that's the first design check. So what else? Okay. So clear spacing. So we have to check if these are spaced, okay, evenly and above the minimum standard. So as per code kasi guys, so the minimum spacing between the bars, di ba sa beam, naalala niyo yung minimum spacing ng beam? Required minimum spacing doon sa longitudinal bars. No? Dalawa to eh. Actually, tatlo. May aggregates pa, diameter ng aggregates. Pero hindi na natin siya kinoconsider. So ano nga yung dalawa na yun, class? The minimum dimension of the bars. That is 25 or what? The diameter of the bar. Okay, di ba dalawa yun? 25 or the diameter of the bars. Okay, so just select the larger. However, for the clear spacing of horizontal reinforcement, ito po yun. Okay. For the longitudinal reinforcement and column, ito yung ginamit natin last time. Ito pala, which is mali ito, no? Dapat 25. Okay, for the parallel, non-pre-stress reinforcement, horizontal layer. Pag vertical naman class, for longitudinal reinforcement in columns, so the bars, spacing between the bars, ito tama to, 40 millimeters, okay, 1.5 diameters of the bar, and 4/3 times the diameter of the aggregates. But we can just neglect this kasi we do not know kung anong dadamitin ng diameter of aggregates during the construction. We're not sure. So just select between the 40 and 1.5 times the diameter of the bars. 1.5, no? And then 40. Okay? So let's compare kung ano yung magiging minimum requirement of the code. So for the minimum requirements of the code, or just select between the 1.5 and 40. Ang diameter ng bar natin is 32, so that is 48. Okay, so just select between the two. Of course, this is the minimum. Okay, now, how do we check the actual spacing? Dito. So, dapat greater than yun dito, class, no? Okay, yung actual spacing, tawagin natin siyang S1. Okay, it should be greater than. So, how do we check that? It is similar on how we check the spacing doon sa beams. Let's get the whole distance nito. And then that whole distance is composed of the concrete cover. The minimum concrete cover pala sa column is same as the minimum concrete cover of the beam. Parehas lang sila, class. Ng minimum concrete cover. 40 mm, if not given. Pero dito, I think, ang concrete cover dito is 50 mm. Binigay ito. But again, the minimum concrete cover is 40 mm. Dito kasi binigay 50 mm. Minimum is 40, if not given. Okay, so 2 concrete cover plus the diameter of ties, ties na pala tawag natin dito. Ito kunin lang natin to. Ayan. Then, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 na bars. And then, how many spacing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spacing. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spacing. So, we can now solve the S1 and that S should be greater than the minimum provided by the code. Answer is 112.6 and that is greater than naman sa 48. So, therefore, okay to guys, safe. What if the design checks fail? Use bundled reinforcement or you may increase the diameter of the bar. Okay, use bundle or increase diameter. So you may increase the diameter of the bar or bundle reinforcement. What do we mean by that? Bundle reinforcement. Actually, second option mo yung bundle. Ang una talaga, increase bar dimension. Increase bar diameter. Okay. You have to increase. Yun pa rin yung AS mo. I-increase mo lang to guys. Pag in-increase mo kasi yan, onti yung bilang. No? May tendency na mag-16 siya, habulin mo yung 16 pieces so that malaki yung spacing nila sa isa't isa. However, if still hindi pa rin siya enough to increase the bar diameter, sagad mo na yung bar diameter, 36 mm ka na, masyado nang malaki yung class, you may use bundle reinforcement. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng bundle? So, pwede mong pagtabi-tabihin sila. Alam mo, ito ko, pa-partner mo yun dyan. Kasi ito pa-partner, kaso kukulangan ito ng isa, no? So, you have to think how to bundle is, pwede naman, nakaganito yung. Pero mas maganda class na sa exterior yung bundle, pagtatabihin mo sila. So, at least dalawa-dalawa lang muna magkakatabi. Okay? Pagtabihin yung dalawa. But that is actually will weaken your structure. Okay, so may additional provision dyan. So there will be a decrease on the compressive strength of your actual compression of your member. Kasi nagkadikit yung dalawang yung dalawang rebar. So anong disadvantage ng class? Dikit yung dalawang rebar. Dikit sila. So kasi pagka mag-isa lang siya class, 'di ba meron siyang rib paikot. So ngayon, yung concrete kakapit sa buong paligid niya. However, pagka yan dalawang bar magkadikit, may slippage yan. Hindi yan magdidikit talaga. No? So, kasi walang bond between the two rebar. So, may bond lang doon sa surface nila. Kasi walang pumasok na concrete doon, guys. So, yun yung may portion, no? May portion na maliit lang naman na portion na nagdikit sila. So, hindi na palibutan ng concrete. Okay, actually ito yung dalawa, no? Okay, so ito lang yung pumapalibot dito na concrete sa portion na to. Weak yung portion na to. Hindi siya maganda yung band. Ang liit lang eh. Ang liit lang ng concrete na pumapalibot sa kanya. So dito maganda na yung cover, malaki na kasi marami ng concrete yan sa gilid. So dito sa portion na to class, may tendency na mag-slippage yan. Okay. And prone yan sa cracks. Kaya last option na lang class yung pag-bundle talaga. Pag sobrang dami talaga ng bakal na nako-compute. Usually nangyayari sa mga sobrang taas na column. Yung mga infrastructure talaga. Bibigat ng dead load yan class. No? Kaya ang mga compute mo dito, again. Actually, itong mga dead load na to, sa mga infra na to, laki ng 17,200, no? Hindi yan nangyayari class sa mga vertical structure kahit gano'ng kataas yung pwede sa mga ground floors. No? Taas na yung actual loads to. Okay? So, but mostly highest yung actual load sa mga infra. Yan, that's how we design the longitudinal reinforcement. Next thing to do is to identify the spacing of the lateral ties. Since we are just considering axial force, we don't consider the horizontal forces, hindi pa tayo critical sa pagde-design dito. Kasi mas magiging conservative tayo for the design. This is just mas magiging conservative tayo sa design or mas magiging masinsin yung bakal if we have lateral forces or due to the earthquake forces. Okay. So, pag-actual loads lang class, just select the minimum value for this tray. So, this is based on this provision. So, yung in-skip natin kanina. Okay. So, ito class. For the lateral ties, tiles shall consist of closed hoop, loop, and deformed bar wire with the spacing in accordance with clear spacing of 4/3 times the diameter, center to center, shall not exceed ito clear spacing to guys. Hindi naman kasi natin alam yung yung diameter ng aggregate. So, skip na lang natin to. Okay, ito na lang. Center to center spacing shall not exceed the least of 16 diameter, 48 diameter of the bar, and the longitudinal dimension. The smallest dimension of the member. Smallest dimension. So, shall not exceed, no? At least. So, what does it mean? So, ibig sabihin, yung ating spacing na gagamitin, ay hindi pwede lumampas sa tatlo na to. Para siyang maximum. Pero ito, dahil wala tayong horizontal force, wala tayong makukompute na spacing. Okay? So, ito na lang ang gagamitin natin, yung maximum spacing. Kasi may makukompute ka lang na spacing pag may horizontal force. Yun yung mga didiscuss pa natin sa mga susunod. Okay. So, wala tayong horizontal force, maximum spacing lang ang gamitin. And the least value of this maximum spacing. Tatlo. So, let's solve that. Values. Smallest lang dyan sa tatlo. 16 dB. Diameter ng bar, main bar, 32 mm. 48 diameter of the ties. 10 mm ang ginamit na ties dito. Okay, and then the least dimension, square naman to class. So we have 875 by 875. Kunin mo lang dyan yung pinakamaliit. Ito, solve mo dyan. So the lowest value is 480 mm, 480. Ayan na yung ating final answer. Use 10 mm lateral ties, space 1 at 50 mm and rest at 480. Mas magiging detailed pa to if we have lateral force na to be considered. However, if that is just pure action, just use the maximum space. Pag pure action. Pag may horizontal force na, due to the earthquake, lateral movement, yan, horizontal force, mas sisinsin pa to. Or may i-detail pa yan. So that's how we design actually loaded column. Let's design spiral column. Actually, same lang yung pag-design ng longitudinal bars. Babago lang yung mga reduction factors. Okay, sige. Same problem. Pero, circular spiral. Kahit hindi mo na banggitin yung circular. Sabihin mo na lang spiral column kasi circle lang naman lagi ang dimension ng spiral column. Okay? Design the circular spiral column to support an actual dead load of 5,000 kN and an actual live load of 7,000 kN. Parehas ng load kanina. Parehas din ito. Pero parehas to. Binago lang natin yung diameter ng bar. Okay? Design the necessary 10 mm spirals. Design also the necessary 10 mm spiral. Yung spacing ng spiral. Okay? Aside from the longitudinal bars, spacing din kailangan natin. First, we have to design the loads. 1.2 dead load. Ito pa rin yun. Next, you have to equate this to the capacity. Ano nga ang reduction factor ng spiral? Mas mataas ang reduction factor niyan. 0.75. Okay, ano nga ang PN ng spiral? Mas mataas. 0.85 of PO. Ano nga ang PO ng spiral? Parehas lang sa tide. Okay, AS, 0.85 FC prime, area ng gross minus AS, and then plus AS FY, combination ng steel and concrete. Yun. So, pwede na nating i-substitute guys. At wala pala tayong AS, dalawang unknown ulit natin dito, but we have a longitudinal steel ratio. So, we just equate this to, yan pa rin, no? Magbabago lang class talaga yung 0.85 at saka reduction factor. Okay. So, let's substitute. So, maraming nagkakamali dito class sa pag-substitute. Kaya, i-try yung paulit-ulit yung solve to. Kasi nagkakamali sa pag-substitute. Yun nga ang mali. Ito lang ang namumultiply. So, doon nagkakamali, ha? Make sure, i-practice nyo itong ilagay sa calcul. So, 17,200 times 10 raised to 3 is equal to 0.75. Minsan, di ba naman nagkakamali? Nalagyan na ng kala, reduction na ulit eh, no? May 0.85 na ako eh. Nakalimutan niyo isa pang 0.85. Ay, marami ring nagkakamali dyan, class. So, yun. Huwag maging careless kayo. Okay? So, huwag maging careless. So, 0.75, 0.85, 0.85 FC prime. Area ng gross minus area ng steel na nakabase sa area ng gross. Okay, plus ASFY. Okay, so that's ASFY. So, you can solve the value of, mali, dapat yung AS mo pala is 0.02. 0.02 ng area of gross. Okay, so, ito ang lalabas dyan, class. Huli lumabas ito eh. Okay, so ito lalabas dyan, and then you solve now the diameter. Diameter ang sinahanap dito. Okay, design the circular. Of course, you have to solve the diameter. You have the area, just get the diameter. You know how to do this. Okay, diameter ang goal natin na pag spiral. Pi d squared over 4. Have the area of the gross. So you can get now, substitute, you can get now the diameter of the column. So your answer is, for the diameter, 890. But you have to round up. Diba? You round up initially, but later on, you have to check the steel ratio if it still satisfies the provision. But for the meantime, you always round up. Okay, so you round up this by say, ilan po? We're rounding up, yeah, 900 mm. You have 900 millimeters. So, after that, ipasok mo ulit dyan sa equation na to and then solve for the AS. Okay? Hindi na gagamitin to ha. Baka gamitin yun. Solve for the AS. Pasok natin ulit yan sa equation na yan. And then, ang AG pala natin ha, is area of the gross based on 900 millimeter diameter of the rebar. Diameter of the column. 900 ang ginamit natin. Baka kasi ang gamitin yung AG, ay ito. Hindi yan class. Kalimutan nyo na yan. Okay, so ito na po ang gagamitin natin for the area of the gross. Okay, minus AST plus ASF1. Okay, so what is the value of AS? That is 11255.03. So you solve the number of bars, AS over area ng bars. Yeah, we are going to use 28 mm ah. Answer mo dito class is 18.279. Okay. The answer is 18.279. Say 19 pieces. 19? Bakit hindi 18, sir? Diba kanina sagot na, ay hindi 20. Diba kanina sagot natin is 20. We round up. Circle naman to, guys. No? Wala namang face, wala namang side ang circle. Tama ba? Yung 19 kasi, madidistribute mo naman siya equally sa side. Diba? Unlike kanina, it must be equally distributed kasi square column. Unless pag nakulangan ka ng isa, kulang yung isang side mo. Okay, so 19 pieces ang sagot. You just round up, no need na pag-isipan mo pa to class. Basta pag circular yan, mapatize yan or spiral, pag circular, just round up. No? Don't have to think, oh, dapat mag-equal yung face. No. Just round up. No, yun na yung sagot. Okay, pag circular ha, circular. Pag circular, circular, tide, or spiral man yan. Just round up your answer. Now, you check the steel ratio if still fits doon sa minimum and the maximum steel ratio. So, 19 pieces 28 millimeter diameter over the gross area. So, pasok naman, class. Greater than 0.01 but less than 0.06. Okay, we check the clear spacing. Ito, medyo bago to. How do we check the clear spacing? The minimum clear spacing is still the same, 1.5 diameter of the bore and 40 millimeters. But how do we calculate the actual spacing? Ito yung minimum pa rin natin, 42 pala to. How do we check the actual spacing? I-CAD mo na lang, mahirap yun eh. Joke lang. Ito sagot na pagkakinad natin. I-CAD nyo yun guys. Lalabas yan. Okay, polar mo lang, polar, tas 19 pieces. Okay, paano ba natin sa-solve yan? Yung 19.36. So, dapat yung spacing nila sa isa't isa is will be greater than the 42. So, how do we solve this spacing? Yan. Paikot yung spacing natin, guys. Yun. So, ang gawin mo, class, kunin mo yung circumference nitong paikot na to. Measured to the center of your main bar. Yan. Kunin mo yung circumference ng paikot na yan. So you need to get the diameter. Ano bang diameter nito? Ano bang diameter nito, guys? Measured to the center line of your main bar. So kunin natin yung, siguro natin, tawagin natin small diameter. So that's small diameter. Okay, kasi di ba, we can compute the circumference if you know the diameter. Okay, paano mo kunin yung diameter niyan? Di ba? You have the whole diameter. Minusan mo lang ng dalawang concrete cover. Dalawang concrete cover. Ano pa? Ano pa yung ma-minus natin? Dalawang stirrups. Ano pa? Ano pa yung ma-minus? Gitna ng bakal. Okay. Dalawang concrete cover magkabilaan, dalawang stirrups, at kalahati ng bakal, kalahati ng bakal. Or diameter of the bar. Yun na ngayon, yung diameter nito. So, yun na yung diameter nito, no? Then, kunin mo na lang circumference. Pi d. Diba? Pi d, that is the circumference. So, pi d. Okay, pi d, ayan. Dalawang concrete cover, dalawang stirrups, dalawang kalahati ng bakal. Or isang bakal na lang. Okay, equal yan, class. Ano ba yung bumubuo ng circumference na yan? Okay, of course, yung bilang ng bars. 19 pieces, number of bars, is equal to 19 times the diameter of the bar, 28. Ilan ba yung spacing kung mayroon kang 19 pieces na bakal? Ilan spacing yan, class? 18 ba? Kasi ganun sa ano, di ba? Sa beam. Sa kung may 19 pieces ka na bakal, 18 lang yung spacing yan. Hindi. Bilangan natin, paikot to guys ha. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 19. 9, 10, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Ang bilang. Kung ilan yung bakal mo, yun din yung number of spacing natin. For a circular or circular column. Mapatied man yan or spiral ha. Parehas lang yung pag circular. Okay. So, 19 na spacing. Then, you are now going to solve this actual spacing nila. Okay? So, what is your answer? 19S1 plus 19 times 28. Your answer is 96.34. Which is greater than naman sa minimum. So, okay yung ating design. Again, if the design checks fail, just bundle it or increase the diameter of the bar. But the first choice is the increasing the diameter of the bar. Okay. Then, you're now done with the design of the number of bars and the dimension of your column. We are going to use 900 millimeter dimension of column, spiral column, and 19 pieces of 28 millimeter diameter of bars. Next thing to do is to compute the area and the spacing of spirals. Spacing of spirals. How do we compute the spacing? So it is not the same with the how we compute the spacing of the ties. This is how we compute the spacing of the spiral. You need the maximum spiral pitch, the spiral ratio, spiral volumetric ratio. Okay, the volumetric ratio is given by 0.45 Ag over ACH minus 1 multiplied to FC prime over FYT. So what do we mean by volumetric ratio? Okay. Consider this core. Tawag natin dito is core. Core dimension. Pag sinabing core dimension, tanggal yung concrete cover. Okay? So, kukunin mo yung spiral ratio doon sa core. Volume ng core. Huwag mo isasama to. Okay? Ilan yung volume ng spiral doon sa volume mo lang ng core. Okay? At ito yung maximum spiral ratio. Or the minimum rather, the minimum volumetric spiral ratio. Kasi dapat yung actual spiral ratio mo is greater than dito. Okay? Mas malaki dapat siya sa value na to. So, kukunin natin yung class gamit ng volume ng spiral over volume ng core. Iyan yung magiging spiral ratio natin. Na dapat mas malaki dito or equal. So, kunin mo na natin class itong tinatawag natin na minimum spiral ratio. Solve muna natin. Okay, kailangan pala natin ng area ng core dito. So, how do we solve the area ng core? Just subtract. So, you have the area ng gross. Bawasan mo lang class ng diameter, ng concrete cover. So, that will be the diameter of the core. Now, to get the area of the core, ACH yun, no? So, just get the area, no? Yan, ito yung area ng gross. Ito yung area ng core, ACH. You just substitute that to the equation. Naka-in terms ako ng pi, no? So, hindi ko muna siya ginamit. So, you just solve 900 squared over 4. Okay? Substitute. Yan. Actually, kahit hindi mo na nga solve, tinan mo pag sinubstitute mo yan, 0.45. Kahit hindi mo na nga solve eh. Okay. Ganito mo na lang siya. Pi over 4, 900 squared. Pi over 4, 800 squared. O, diba? Cancel lang to. Kaya actually, pwede tong diameter ng gross over diameter ng gross squared over diameter ng core squared. Okay, so may minus 1 yan. Then you multiply it to FC prime over FYT. Okay, FC prime over FYT ha? Kasi we're talking about here the transverse reinforcement. We are designing the spiral. That is transverse. However, sa given natin, it was not mentioned. No, yung FYT. Hindi siya binanggit eh. Hindi siya given. So therefore, you just assume that FYT is just equal to your FY. No? Pares lang sila ng value. Hindi mention eh. So, minimum natin, mas-solve that. You store this value kasi there might be a discrepancy diyan kapag hindi naka-store. Okay. So, ito. Okay na to, na minimum na value. So, how do we solve? Ito ang actual value. So, just need to get the volume of the spiral over the concrete core. Okay. So, you have to get the volume of the spiral. How do we get the volume of the spiral? So, ang consider natin, kasi pag kinonsider natin yung buong spiral, buong column na yan, ang haba niyan. So, ang target kasi natin dito, guys, is yung pitch na ito, yung spacing. So, now, we are just going to consider the height equal to the one pitch o yung isang ikot mo ng spiral. Imagine mo yung spiral mo, isang ikot. Isang ikot siya. Ayan, so bababa na naman ganyan. Isang ikot yan, class, ito. Okay, nakagawa siya ng one pitch. Ito, isang ikot. Nagawa siya ng one pitch. Pitch is measured center to center. Ayan. Center to center of your rebar. Bawa, isang ikot na to. Ano ba? Tama ito. Bawa yan. Example, isang ikot yan. Center to center. Isang ikot yan parang nangyina ng top view. Nakabuo siya ng circle. Mula dito, nakabuo siya ng circle. Pero mas mahaba siya sa circle, no? Imagine you have the spiral. Tapos pag plinat mo siya, mas mahaba siya sa isang circle. Dahil yan hindi talaga siya isang circle lang. But we will assume na bilog lang siya. Nakabuo siya ng isang bilog. Sa isang pitch, nakabuo ka ng isang bilog na spiral. Ang gawin mo, kunin mo yung volume nito. Volume ng paikot na yan. Ano ba? How do we get the volume? Diba? From your solid geometry, you get the area times the circumference. Nung kunin mo lang yung circumference nito. Technically, doon sa center lines mo siya kukunin yung circumference. Area times the circumference. However, due to account, kasi nga, hindi talaga siya isang bilog lang no? May sobra siyang konti. Now, to account that sobra na yan, instead of getting the center lines of the stirrups, okay, spiral rather, kasi area times the center lines, no? Circumference from the center lines. Instead of getting the center lines, ito spiral to ito yung thickness ng spiral. Okay. So, tinignan natin siya top view. Ito yung core. Ito yung column. Tapos may concrete cover ka. Okay. So, pag tinignan mo siya ng top view, parang nakabuo ka ng circle. Kada isang pitch. Isang circle yan. Pero mas mahaba yun sa circle. So, how do we get the volume? So, to get the volume, supposedly, area of the spiral times this circumference. Area ng bilog, no? Volume yun. Pero, saktong-sakto yun na circle. To account yung sobrang konti, instead of using these center lines, gagamitin natin itong diameter na to. Circumference sa outer part, no? To account that small discrepancy. So, kukunin natin yung outer part. Ibig sabihin, you don't have to look for the dimension of the center lines of your spirals. So, just get the dimension, yung labas ng spiral, which is the diameter of the core. Okay? So, to get the volume of the spiral, area ng spiral times the circumference using the diameter of the core. So, kaya ganito magiging mangyayari, class. Area ng spiral times the circumference described by the diameter of the core. Hindi natin yung hindi diameter of the itong center lines. Kasi supposedly, ang diameter niyan ay babawasan mo pa ng isang stirrups. Hindi lang ganito yan. So, DC minus diameter ka pa ng stirrups. Okay. Kaso sakto yun, nun yung length nun, sakto sa circle. May sobra nga yun di ba nakaganyan siya. Yan. May sobrang konti. So ngayon, divide natin sa volume ng 4 by 1 pitch. 1 pitch, you have the area, base. Okay, core lang core. You have the base. Okay, tatanggal mo yung concrete cover times the height. Anong height mo? The pitch. Okay, yung pitch. Area ng base times the pitch. Ang target talaga natin dito, class, is the spacing. So, kung meron kang area ng spiral, circle lang yan, pi d squared over 4, diameter ng spiral diameter nung 10 mm, 10 mm yun. Diameter ng core, you have the 800. Okay, so ang target natin dito is spacing or the pitch. How do we solve that? So instead of solving this, we are just going to use the minimum requirement by the code. I-equate mo na lang yan. Kasi sabi naman dito, you may equate. Yan o may equal yan dyan. Greater than or equal to. Equate na lang natin. Parang i-solve natin, class, is yung spacing. Okay? So, rewriting this equation, matatanggal mo na yan, matatanggal mo na yung square dito, matatanggal yung pi, solve yung S. Ito yung formula mo dyan. For the spacing of pitch, tawag natin dito, pitch. Okay. Pitch of the spiral. Spiral pitch. Okay. So, ito po yung formula natin dyan. So, let's substitute. Ang natin ang rho S natin will be the minimum. Rho S will be the minimum. Use the stored value. Okay. Then, diameter of the core. 10 mm ang diameter ng spiral. 10 mm. So, with that, you can now solve the value of the S. Okay. S is equal to 32.4625 millimeters. Okay. So, however, the NSCP suggests that spiral shall consist evenly spaced continuous bar or wire with a clear spacing confirming to at least 25 millimeter but not greater than 75. Pag spacing class, di ba, anong ginagawa nga natin pag spacing? Para mas safe, mas masinsin. We round down. Okay, we round down. Okay. So we round down. So ano na dapat to? 30 mm, no? No? By 5 mo usapan natin. Pero kasi sabi nito, ni code, 25 mm ang minimum, tapos ang maximum 75. Ang pitch, center to center. Pero ito, hindi yan pitch. Sabi kasi dito, clear spacing. Clear spacing. Kung baga, binanggit niya, ito ang binigay ni code. 25 ang minimum, ang maximum mo, 75. So, paano makukuha yung center to center? Kasi they are not comparable, no? Kung ito pitch, ito clear spacing. Hindi sila mako-compare. So, ano yung minimum na pitch at saka maximum na pitch? Dito kasi guys, 25 ang clear, gagawin natin siyang pitch. Paano magiging pitch ang 25? Anong i-add natin guys? Okay, dagdagan mo ng kalahati ng spiral at kalahati ng spiral. Okay, kasi ito pitch to, no? Okay, kalahati ng spiral, yung 25, yung diameter natin ng spiral, 10, kalahati-kalahati. So, plus 10 mo lang to. Or plus mo lang to class ng diameter ng spiral para maging S siya. Para maging S to, S min, S max. Okay, plus diameter din ng spiral. Okay, so the answer here is minimum natin class plus 10, 35, and then maximum is 10. Okay, what if ang answer natin is mas mababa dito? It should be your answer, 35. So what if your answer is greater than dito sa 85? It should be your answer, 85. Hindi ka pwede lumampas dito, hindi ka pwede bumaba dito. So dahil ang answer natin 35 mm, ito ang magiging final answer. Ang 30 mm yung naging sagot natin. No? So 35 mm will be the final answer. Okay? But if your answer is in between ha, sa dalawa na to, yun na ang sagot mo ha. Baka sagot mo lumabas 55 mm, ayan ang sagot mo. Pero pag mas mababa siya sa 35, use 35. Pag mas mababa, mas mataas sa 85, use 85. Okay? Kasi dapat nandyan lang siya sa range na yan. Okay, so use final answer natin class 35 mm. That's it no for our discussion today. So thank you for attending or for listening. Okay. Bye guys.